Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks bringing you your weekly update in Bitcoin. That is the Bitcoin Real-Time Index. This is a weekly bar chart. I did record this, by the way, for the week of Monday, August 11th, 2025. And I'm just going to go back to, well, almost a year when we closed above this 5-year channel top, now at 85,064. That indicated the full wave count, A minus B plus A, the full swing. We reached that actually the week of July 14th, and we backed off since. This channel bottom was retested, obviously, from February all the way into early April before Bitcoin resumed its longer-term higher highs, higher low sequence. And so this can continue. And in fact, I do think that the 122,433 full wave count is likely to be violated. I don't know how soon. Is it in the coming weeks? Will it be in the next few months? I'll get to that in a moment. But I do think that there's a real solid case to be made for the sort of final wave. And I don't mean final like forever, but I'm saying like through the rest of the year and into early next, a 132,668 in reach. And it becomes, this could be a 2 to 3 week blast. This could also take several months depending on volatility. But if we close above 122,433, our next target is 132,668, which is climbing on a weekly basis. For instance, by the first week of October, it's at 138,393. And this is our overall objective, I think, with that settlement.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
Almost a year ago, above the 85,064. I do think this sequence does lend itself toward reaching the 132,688 that becomes indicated nearer or sooner than later if we close above 122,433. Until then, having topped out at 122,433, we can fall back to channel support that is like 3-month channel support presently at 108,845. And this formation lines up nicely with the 109,12 high, 192 high that was put out in January of this year. And so if we're to fall back into this zone, and I don't see any clear indication for that. We did close a couple of weeks ago below the low of the high, and then we followed through last week to close back above it. That really neutralizes any expectation for testing 108,845. But if tested, 108,845 can absorb selling through September into October, and from here, within several months, 3 to 5 at the most, could be within 2 to 3 months of testing 108,845, we can reach 132,668. And on the way up, 122,433 offers an upward pivot point on strength. If we were to close above 122,433, I would not expect a test of this channel bottom, but rather bullish continuation within several months to 132,668, where we could top out into next year and fall away from here into the lower 80s, really. This trend line would become a significant channel bottom if the channel top at 132,668 were tested and would be in reach. I mean, we sold off from December to April. This sequence took, about 5 months. So a 3 to 5 month collapse could play out to channel support in the lower 80s. And I'll get to that in a moment. Actually, I'll get to that right now because it is sort of the timing is right. I've mentioned the upside, closing above 122,433. I don't expect any testing of 108,845, but rather upward continuation within several months, possibly within several weeks to 132,668. Holding below 122,433 will keep 108,845 in reach. It's not indicated, but you should allow for the market to fall into this zone where we could bottom out through September into October and round up to new highs from here. Holding above 108,845, I do see 132,668 as likely over the next 3 to 5 months or sooner. If we were to fall apart and close below 108,845, then I see this actually happening, which is to say bearish continuation. This is a 3 to 5 month or sooner fall. This took 5 months. And this could take 3 to 5 months. Closing below 108,845, which is not likely to happen this week, but if it were to occur, would indicate a good high through the rest of the year in this 83,334 formation, then likely within 2 to 3 months, I would say 3 to 5 at the most. 83,334 does line up nicely now with this former long-term channel top at 85,064 that I mentioned at the top of this video. So closing below 108,845, we have a high good through the rest of the year. The following 3 to 5 months or sooner likely to fall into what I would consider to be really the mid-80s, where we could bottom out through all of 26 actually. Talking upside just one more time, I do want to mention, as I say, that if we were to close above 122,433, we should see the 132,668 area within 2 to 3 months. And once again, this could be, we've got plenty of precedent for that possibly occurring in as little as 2 to 3 weeks, where we could top out through the rest of the year. I'm going to zoom in that area and just show the consequences that if we were in the coming months to close above 132,668, I would anticipate full channel extension within, this rally was August to December. This was like a 3 to 5 month rally. So you've got these like 3 to 5 month sequences all over the place in Bitcoin. And if we were to close above 132,668, I would see 178,040 and climbing, a full channel extension within probably 3 to 5 months. On the way up, this channel top that stems back to the April low, a 4 or 5 month channel top, can give the market trouble. We could top here on a weekly basis, fall back to 132.68, but I would say that closing above 132.668, we're probably just a month or so away from taking out 138.867, which should lead to and result in a more accelerated dynamic that could yield 178.040 within 2 to 3 months of closing above 138.867. But we're nowhere near all that right now. I am going to really just sort of leave you with this chart. This really says everything. Holding above 108.845, we maintain a 132.668 target that could be realized by the end of the year. And if we close any week coming up above 122.433, within a full month of activity is quite possible. Closing below 108.845 does indicate a good high for the year. And I guess this is the last chart I will show. This shows the consequences of closing below 108.845, the low to mid 80s expected then within 3 to 5 months. And that is all I have for this week's Bitcoin update. You have a great week.